You're working so hard that it's causing you to fail. I know people preach like work ethic and all that stuff, but I'm sorry, I'm trying to get rearranged in my chair. But like that's the reason why you're not making it a reality, your dream. You're working so hard, you're overcompensating, and you're not letting things flow. And so when you're constantly thinking, oh, I gotta do this, and I gotta do that, and I gotta do this, you have no space in your mind to actually live, enjoy the present moment, and let pure thoughts come about. You're also not getting the proper mental rest, not to mention the physical rest, to really allow yourself to be at your best. Allow yourself to flow with the ideas, to flow with the momentum you're building. When you're just working, and constantly thinking, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, you're almost also telling yourself that it's impossible, that it takes insanity to create it. Nothing nothing's that far out of your control or your ability to do it is what I mean. And so by overcompensating, you're almost emotionally, spiritually telling yourself it's not possible. You have to go about it with a level of entry like, man, I know I'm gonna get there, it's just a matter of time. You're still working hard, but you're not overcompensating. When you're overcompensating, you're putting yourself on a pace you can't sustain. And your mind's not there. And I just found myself not that long ago, like I'm going from this idea, and I'm trying to figure this out, and why isn't it working? And you're almost impatient with everything because you're putting so much in, you need a result. When you're putting so much in, you're needing the result, which causes burnout because you can never depend on the result. You have to go about it with a sense of confidence, with a sense of knowing, with a sense of like it's going to happen. But and the reason why a lot of you can't do it is because you need it to happen at a certain amount of time. You can't need any of this. The moment you need it is the moment you're what's the word? When you're desperate. And when you're desperate, things don't come to desperate people because things aren't pure. You don't deserve it. You need it. Would you buy a product from somebody that needs you to buy it, or would you buy from somebody that makes you feel like you need them? I'm not just talking about selling here. I'm just talking about any type of goal. You have to go about it with a sense of aura, with swag, with like, yo, I know you're still working hard, but there's a sense of like, I'm not overworking myself. You see, like if I felt like I need to make this video perfect, I'd be like, you have to do this and you have to have this, and I have it all written down, and it's like, dude, like I'm not watching you because obviously you not even, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming on this video with a sense of I'm allowing my thoughts to come through. I don't need this to be perfect. If I still want, you see the difference, and it allows me to have a sustainable pace because I won't have high expectations for myself. Doesn't mean I'm not trying to hold myself to a certain standard and be a certain way, but I'm still allowing my true self to come out. I'm still allowing myself to be me, and part of being me and part of you being you and part of you being the best you are is allowing your imperfections to be there because they're part of it. And often what we find is through those imperfections is our connection and our relatability. But you trying to be perfect is you trying to do something that's impossible, which is allowing your dream to become impossible because you expect that getting there takes something that you aren't. And so when you're overworking, you are telling yourself you aren't enough. Oh, I'm spitting right now. When you are overworking yourself, you are subconsciously telling yourself that you aren't enough. But you are. So take a deep breath. You can rest for 8 hours and go to sleep. And guess what? When you do that, your mind is now clear, and now you can attack the work with efficiency and not just hard labor for countless hours. Now, are there moments in our lives, in our chapters in our lives, in our businesses, in our dreams, that we have to be a little unbalanced, and not just a little, very unbalanced, and work long hours? Yes. But some of us are finding ourselves living in working over, like, and then how are you ever going to have beautiful, pure ideas? I mean, how are you ever going to, you know what I mean? I find some of my best ideas partying. I find some of my best ideas, I ain't gonna cap, a little drunk. And because I'm living life a little bit. I'm letting stuff flow. And I'm not saying like you need to do that. And I've been drinking in like 5 months, to be honest with you. But I'm just saying I'm living life. And I'm letting things flow, and I'm not expecting. I'm getting whatever I know is supposed to come. So if I'm not blown up by tomorrow, then I'm not stressed because I wasn't meant to be blown up by tomorrow. But if you're working so hard, you're telling yourself you're not enough. I need you to trust your timing, trust your process, trust that you not having it yet is just part of your journey of learning more lessons so you can be there for somebody, provide this purpose or whatever it may be. Oftentimes there's purposes, there's goals in the future that we don't know about that we're going to obtain, that we're being trained for right now. And so if you're overworking yourself, you're missing out on lessons and awareness you could have. Somebody's going to hear me on this, okay? I'm not going to overdo it with this one. The ones who get it, get it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.